The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now we're in the second round, and now the top 8 players start to come out to play. We've got 2 great matches coming your way today, featuring a very tough 8-9 matchup, and our multi-time defending champion. Hello Puzzlers, this is Cards of the Heart, alongside FFR Pro 21 and the Beefin314. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025. We've got 3 former champions coming to round 2 to take the stage for the first time. And yeah, we'll have a pretty good 8-9 matchup in Yoschi112 versus Tai. FFR, do you have any idea how that matchup might go?
Yeah, that second matchup is going to be very exciting. You know, you got a you got Yoschi112 who has really improved a lot in this game, and of course Tai's, all that PvP experience coming in handy with the speedrun. But of course the first matchup is going to be pretty exciting. Getting to see the defending champion once again try start the journey towards a 4-peat possible in this tournament.
Yeah, indeed, Beef, and your fellow gremlin mate Kynayo is going to have a real uphill battle to climb today. How much of a battle? Just explain to us to any of us watching who have not seen Yoshi play, since Yoshi only played in 1 tournament this season and cleaned house. What do you expect to see from Yoshi today?
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of panels just flying around and everything. Kynayo was practicing, beforehand, getting ready for this match, because, they want to do well. They want to do well against the world number 1, against the defending world champ, You want to see how you stack up against the best of the best. So that's going to be a really awesome matchup. I'm very looking forward to it, especially since the winner plays me.
Indeed. Hopefully Start GG will actually play the seeds out right, but yeah, aside from winning the last 3 major Tetris Attack tournaments, Yoshi basically has every world record in this game that most people would care about. So make sure you puzzlers keep your chins up so they don't fall on the floor from amazement from what Yoshi is about to bring us today, and we will bring that to you in just a little bit. But first, if you're tuning into this game for the first time and you're not exactly sure how everything works, and considering what might fly today, it might be a little hard to follow, allow me to take a couple minutes of your time to explain how this game works and how we are playing it in this tournament. Tetris Attack is a match 3 puzzle game released for the Super Nintendo in North America and Europe based on the Super Famicom game Paled Upon. It was also localized and broadcast through the Super Famicom's Satellaview add-on multiple times throughout its service. Both versions are playable in this tournament. Swapping up to 2 panels in your stack at a time, match at least 3 panels of the same color horizontally or vertically to make the panels disappear. Simply matching 3, however, will not be enough to win. You need to make combos and chains to not only stop your stack's gradual rising for a short time and prevent your stack from breaking through the top of your field, but also send garbage to your opponent to force their stack to the top of their field. Make combos by matching more than 3 panels at once. The amount of time they stop rising the stack is minimal, but so is the amount of time their garbage makes the opponent's field shake. Quick wins can be achieved if you stack combo garbage correctly. Make chains by linking sets of matches together. Make 1 set of panels disappear and then let the panels directly above them fall into another match. Their garbage makes the opponent's field shake more, but they stop the rising stack for much longer. Forcing your opponent's stack to the top is more consistent with larger chain garbage. To beat the CPU opponents, you must either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is topped out, send so much garbage that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage in a way to make them think they can no longer make a move. Due to how combo garbage is handled in this game, this is by far the least likely scenario. In Versus mode, the easy level has 10 stages, the normal level has 11, and the levels Hard and V-Hard, as we call it, have 12. In this tournament, players will be racing each other through all of those stages to defeat the final stage as fast as they can. The player who does that first wins the race. The player who wins a predetermined number of races first wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. Alright, we are in our major tournament. That means we are playing double elimination. This is the second round of our winner's side bracket, and we are doing our little patent pending popcorn level pick format. But all of the levels are available this time around as compared to our monthly events. That's easy, that's normal, that's hard, that's V-Hard. You know, the hardest level, the red hard as we also call it in the community. And these matches are best of 5. So the first to win 3 of these races will win the match and move on to the, I believe it's the winners quarterfinals, if I'm not completely losing it. But in any case, we are starting each match with a level pick of both of the players choosing. They have to agree on one of the levels to play first, and then the loser of the first race will counterpick one of the other levels to play, and so on and so forth until we either have a winner or we've played through all the levels. And in that event, if we need a 5th game to decide it, then the race loser gets to pick from all of the levels once again. And there definitely have been some choices made in level selection in previous tournaments, so if it comes to that point, we'll see what kind of strategy our players will try to put in. But we are fighting ultimately for not only a nice little shiny trophy in our community Discord server as the title of TA 2025 champion, hopefully taking that away from Yoshi this time, but everyone in the top 4 finishes in the top 4 of this tournament will also get a piece of our crowd-funded prize pool, which, thanks to our very own Beef and Throwing Down Tier 1 sub earlier, brought the pool up to a nice round $300 out of our initial $500 goal. If we get to that $500 goal, then the top 4 from our top bracket will be expanded to the top 8 being paid out. So if you want to make it more worthwhile for our players, we have a tip page you can go to on screen that in the live Twitch chat you can access by typing !pool. Or if you don't want to do that, if it's easier, just go through Twitch, then whatever bits you have saved up for maybe filling out surveys, who knows, can be thrown at our Puzzle Speedrun Twitch channel, as well as subscriptions to the channel. Even those Prime Gaming subs, we'll certainly take those, and every tier sub of that will add a little bit to the pool as shown on screen here. And hey, if we get $1,000 somehow, we could pay everybody. We could really make it more worth a while for all of our players. So if you want this to be worth it for everybody, then by all means spare whatever change you can and throw it our way. But here we are at our bracket, and the view might be a little bit tiny because we're trying to see the losers bracket to see who the losers of these matches will face. As far as our 8 and 9 matchup, Yukisaka versus Tai, the loser of that will be taking on I Like Being Smart at the start of the losers bracket. But first match we have today, gentlemen, is 5 versus 12. It's Yoschi112 versus Kynayo. The loser is likely facing Skell in the next round, but the winner might be having a date with BB Forky in the top 8. Hopefully Start GG will actually set the seeds correctly in order to do that. But FFR, what do you think it's going to take for Kynayo to make any noise in this match whatsoever?
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. You know, I like to, you know, as a Canadian, I like to cheer on my fellow Canadians, but you know, for Kynayo, this is gonna take, you know, a lot of high level play and, you know, quite a bit of bad luck from Yoshi to try to, you know, make this match a little interesting.
And something that could make things a little interesting, I'm sure you've seen a fair amount of Yoshi's play over the recent years, Beefin, but Yoshi plays a very aggressive style. Like starts very quickly, tends to make some shorter chains, makes a lot of combos, and we have seen some funny business with Yoshi in some matches with that kind of style. Do you think Yoshi will play that way today? And could that come back to bite him at some point?
So when I first started this community, everyone would talk about race strats. You want to be a little safe. You want to send it, you know, like a little bit extra. And Yosh is not like that at all. They're just gonna throw 8 and 9 combos. They're just gonna send maybe 3 chains, maybe 4 chain to minimize screen shake. You know, he's sending his first attack around 1 second or 0 seconds. He's doing so many things so well. You know, the great Marco Pierre White says that perfection is a lot of little things done very well, and you know, Yoshi's the one that exemplifies that more than anybody in our community. So, yep, it's gonna be a tough task for Kynayo. I mean, don't lose faith, in early 2023, Tayman took Yoshi all the way to game 5 in the popcorn level pick. So there's some hope for Kynayo yet, but we gotta see what's gonna happen here.
We shall see what's going to happen in just a second, but first I want to direct your attention over to the live Twitch chat, because we like to throw around our channel points to predict things around here, and the prediction for how many games this match will take is a little bit of a funny one. That we've got 86% of the points going towards the match only going 3 games, the bare minimum, but we've got some people putting points into 4 games, and there's one speculative bet of the full 5 games, and I just noticed it's from Kynayo. So that's a very speculative bet indeed. So we shall see how deep this match can go. This is gonna be a very tough fight for Kynayo. We'll see how well they'll handle it. Let's get right into this 5-12 matchup with Yoschi112 against Kynayo, and it's going to start right now. And the level that they have chosen for game 1 is actually going to be the easy level. And Kynayo basically left it to a die roll to make that determination. Yoshi's good with whatever. Yoshi's definitely good no matter what level we play, so we'll go get this first race set up and bring it to you very shortly. Alright, timer is counting down on racetime.gg, where we track all of these races, and now both players are off. We'll see Kynayo's feed catch up very shortly. That's about 6 seconds behind. So game 1 is underway, and already you can see the superior speed from Yoshi on display, and that will certainly lead to a massive reward in 13 seconds. That is quite impressive work. And unfortunately for Kynayo, a little garbage clear will certainly not do them any favors. Kynayo's going to need a bunch of those to go against Yoshi, I think, to have some sort of shot here, but FFR, how do you usually play out this easy level?
Yeah, easy mode is a race to 7 lines, and once you get 7 lines, you just hope it doesn't get cleared, and yeah, you know, if you just don't get cleared on a whole bunch, you will usually end up with a pretty good time. Of course, you know, we have one of our friends, Tolker, write a guide on different strategies on how to go about different stages on easy mode, and it does help. You know, did practice it a little bit, and it does help you get a little bit of consistency with easy mode, which is otherwise, you know, usually pretty frustrating for most people that try to speedrun this particular easy mode in this game.
And as we're seeing from Yoshi Kynayo early on beefing, the garbage clears will certainly be by a wide margin the biggest time sink that this easy level can have. What do you try to do to mitigate that, if anything?
I mean, I'm trying to watch the opponent's board. You know, I'm trying to make sure that they're topped off, and if they're gonna start scooting over like Wiggler did with Yoshi right there, you know, just making sure to watch out for that, because that's where all the clears start happening. I wanted to say one thing real quick. I thought it was really cool that, and smart that Kynayo actually picked easy. You know, easy is their best category, I feel. So, you know, going in for a little bit of a confidence boost against, you know, #1 in the world. So I think that's a really smart tactic right there.
Like that, that'll certainly drive Kynayo to control the direction of the match for sure, and like just having the easy level out of the way when maybe you're not completely warmed up for it. I mean Kynayo did put in some time right before the match to prepare, but like, how do you prepare for the lag chains that Yoshi keeps putting up? Even if Blarg was going to make a match on that garbage right away, that's just poetry. That I would call that poetry in motion. And even with that getting a 22-second time, Yoshi's on a fine pace through the spiritual first half of easy mode. But yeah, we're going through 10 stages today, and it's really not over until the fat plant sings. So let's not lose hope for our 12 seed just yet. Although that doesn't help. That garbage clear certainly not helping. But Yoshi's not supremely dodging the garbage clears themselves. So it's not the fastest going for either of our players, really. I'm sure Yoshi on a decent easy run would be at least 20 seconds faster than this. But let's see how many lines of garbage it will take to beat this Raphael the Raven, because sometimes you could find yourself needing more than 7 lines of garbage to win. But well, this one only needs 6. That still took 19 seconds, but that was only 6 lines that Yoshi needed there. That's a bit of an atypical stage, and what I might also call atypical for Yoshi is not being under 5 minutes heading into the Cave of Wickedness. The cave really rears its ugly head in the hardest level, V hard, but they can do some fun little things on easy too, and Yoshi's just continuing to do fun little things like extending chains so much. Cannot dodge the garbage clear yet again, but Yoshi maintains a full stage lead at this point, so a 21-second hook bill may not matter too much. hard to imagine anything that could happen on this plant for Kynayo to come back from here, FFR.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to make up time on lower difficulties. Usually if you're gonna make up anything, it's gonna be in little chunks. But we're already at the final stage here, and this is looking like, oh, Yoshi's one line short. Probably not gonna do a whole lot of damage here.
Yoshi will be spamming
There
lines
it
of
goes.
garbage at the end, a little combo storm, and that will take care of Piranha Plant and Easy Mode. That will be an easy time of officially 6 minutes 25 seconds. And that will be enough to capture Game 1. And Kynayo is right behind after
Nice.
that with a 654. So, fairly respectable effort from Kynayo in this one, but this Yoshi seemed vulnerable there. That was a bit of a slow start by his standards, and like that 625 easy time is certainly beatable, Beefin.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you want to compete with the best of the best. I usually say at least 615 is going to get you there. But just think of if you get a garbage clear, that's like 8 to 10 seconds at a time. And those, as we can see with Yoshi's time and with Kynayo's time, those clears, they add up, and it just brings your time up higher and higher. But, Yoshi was the one that, was able to recover better and was able to make sure that the opponent was topped off. So, good game 1 by them. And, yeah, excited to see what... Ooh. I see the redness.
Yeah, it's V hard for Game 2. FFR,
Hell
how are you
yeah.
feeling about that choice?
Hell yeah.
I mean, pretty much the other good chance that Kynayo has at taking a game off of Yoshi here with all the randomness V-Hard can throw at these players, especially in the cave. You can see Kynayo just laughing there, having a good time.
It's really all you can do, right? I mean, Yoshi averaged 822 in V-Hards in their one and only tournament this season. Like, that's absurd. That's an absurd average over, I think it was 5 races. Like, 5 V-Hard races, and Yoshi averaged less than 830. Insane. But we'll definitely see the artistry on display as this Game 2 is about to begin. I did not give myself any time to refresh the feed, so Kynayo will be about 10 seconds plus behind as this Game 2 gets started. But you can see all of the movement that Yoshi is doing, all the combos are getting incorporated. Like, more combos means less chains, and that means like a 12-second Lakitu to begin. Kind of insane. But Kynayo threw down a whole bunch and got 12 seconds of their own. Crazy stuff to start this Game 2. And that's a greedy Bumpty going for a 5 combo, and that's going to give...
Ooh, 10 seconds, contestant 1.
There it is. He said the thing. And that just goes to show why Yoshi is the 3-time defending champion in this game. This is absolutely amazing movement making things happen. A little bit of an unfortunate timing there, but it should still be fairly fast as soon as Poochie is done getting chains off of transformed garbage, which this is not Pokemon Puzzle League. Opponents haven't learned yet to actively move for transformed garbage. They can't actually see what pails are coming up next. So that's just unfortunate whenever that happens. Meanwhile, Kynayo having a little bit of a time with Bumpty, is struggling a little bit to top off Poochie. Not a super helpful stage there. A very helpful stage for Yoshi, though, as Wiggler only needed 5 lines to be topped off in 14 seconds. And, you know, you can kind of make your own luck. You can make your own luck a little bit if you move really fast. But there is definitely some cooperation that has to be had with the CPUs at the end of the day.
Jeez. That 5 chain builds up so fast.
It's so hard to not be mesmerized by the things that Yoshi pulls off. Like, that was an 8-line minimum Froggy there, and Yoshi made that look like nothing. And hey though, Kynayo threw down a 6 chain there and got a pretty decent Wiggler there. Like, under 20 seconds is really what you're looking for. I mean, 20 seconds a stage, that's about 748. So that is definitely a good time to shoot for.
Yoshi going for like a really fast 5 lines to catch Blarg on the stack raise, but is unfortunately going to get it down stacked and cleared. Ugh.
Let's see, any chains falling? No chains, so the damage has been minimized. And, you know, 3.5 minutes through the first half, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good pace through the first half of V-Hard. And Kynayo being about 15 seconds behind in their feed, just now getting to Blarg. I mean, this is still up in the air. This is not quite decided yet. Yoshi did go for the 6 chain there. Gonna get hit with the garbage clear, but that should top off Lungefish for a fair while. And just look at the 9 combos they're making afterwards to fill in the extra lines they might need. If you can build 2 lines at a time, you are definitely going places. But if you're building 3 lines at a time, you might be really onto something. Alright, how about this Raphael? Okay. Here's a little 4 chain 6 combo. I'm going to take it up to a 5 and leave it at that. That is enough. That is enough for a 13.
Ooh.
Greedy Raphael.
Ooh.
Greedy
Yeah,
Raph went for 5 combo. And that's going to lead Yoshi into the cave at 447. That is quite the statement to go sub 5 into the cave. Well on pace for a sub 8 time. Oh, I love that 5 combo formation. Yoshi's just finding all the 5 combos to create lag chains. It is quite amazing. But, okay, Hookbill's not chaining a whole lot, though. Hookbill may not be long for this world. No! 18 seconds!
Close.
Oh, definitely a little bit of a sweaty boy there for our defending champion, but they don't tend to get too worked up.
Oh man, I was 1 line away there, and unfortunately Raven gets, you know, a really beneficial down stack there. There we go.
And will Plant get off to any more chains than that? Will Plant have room for anything else? Oh!
Oh,
If that one more line could have come down
man.
a little bit sooner, Plant would have lost. It would have been immediate, but that's still a pretty good pace for Yoshi with 2 stages to go. Let's see what Yoshi will do in response to these last 2 stages. Is this a good attack for Kynayo? Oh, not quite. The combos are not quite there. So, they'll restart the chain. And we'll see how that works out as soon as Hookbill is done clearing garbage. Yoshi trying to figure out how to get to that 8 combo. Does find it. And there's a 16-second gimmick.
Oh my goodness.
This lead has now grown to a full patent-pending 2 stages. It is quite crazy. On to the final stage. I'm not gonna try to speak any particular times into an existence. So we're just gonna sit back and watch what Yoshi does here.
Oh.
Even like missed an insert to add more to that, but I can't imagine Bowser having room to do anything else. Okay, so greens will match for the clear. Plant succumbing to Kynayo's garbage in 22 seconds. And Bowser finds the second tier of panels. So that'll waste a little more time. But not enough. And Yoshi officially clocks in with a 746. Even in the one tournament Yoshi played this season, their fastest V hard was a 750. Come on. It's practically a cheat code. Don't look now though, Kynayo's actually on a really good pace, assuming enough has been sent to this Kamek. Yes, sir!
Yeah.
Nice.
So as I give Yoshi star number 2, let's see if Kynayo can close this out on a sub 9-minute run. How will this one turn out? Oh, a little late on the insert. Late on multiple inserts
Oh dear.
was Kynayo. Probably want to re-raise and get this part figured out. Okay, nice little lag. 3 chain. Bowser's very low, so Kynayo's probably justified in continuing this chain. Gonna go up to a 7.
Oh
There's
no!
gonna be
the
some
combo
transformation
reversal.
time. Oh,
Careful.
Kynayo runs out of time. No.
Boo, Bowser, boo.
Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Kynayo was definitely focusing on the offensive against that Bowser, but there's got to be a point where you got to get the defense in there, and if you don't, this level is certainly capable of blasting you just like that. Okay, there's a nice little 6 chain from Kynayo as Bowser goes in hard on maybe a 10 chain? Oh, not quite a 10 chain.
Oh.
Well, this might be a long-term problem for Bowser though. Like, what's left?
Ooh,
What's
Bowser's
left for
got
Bowser to
nothing
work
left.
with? And that answer is no! One more
Oh.
line was able to go up! Kynayo was working on a chain. It could have dropped at any time. It would have gotten it done sooner. Kynayo clocks in officially. I believe it's officially clocked in at a 10:08. Might adjust that time later. But we'll log that in for now and move on to game 3, where we will see on the other side what level Kynayo has picked for potentially the final game of the set. Alright, it is normal for game 3. Kynayo fighting for their winner's bracket life. Let's see what our players can do on versus level 4 as game 3 gets underway. Once again, we're seeing Yoshi go off on a flurry of combos. Kind of tied it a little bit, so it's not going to stack completely well, but it's fine for 18 seconds. I mean, we're fine with sub 20 normal stages around here, right? Certainly.
Yeah, anything sub 20 is generally pretty good on all difficulties.
Sheesh. Yoshi going ham with the speed once again, which if I'm remembering right, Yoshi does play on keyboard on an emulator. And there's certainly something to be said about the ability of the keyboard to potentially tap even faster than what a physical controller can, but it doesn't make it any less amazing to see. There is a little quick lag 4 combo. Like 6 lines. 6 lines is all you need. See? Just like that. 6 lines if you're fast enough. That's all you need for each of these stages. And Yoshi demonstrating that beautifully. And opening up a lead of what appears to be 20 seconds. Okay, Kynayo is finding the 6 lines to work. That was like a perfect send. Like both players had like a perfect send to Poochie there, just the right amount. And that basically proves that 6 lines is the way to go here. But it takes a little bit extra. Might need an extra line or two. Might see that towards the end. Who knows? But again, this is important for Kynayo to stay alive in the winner's bracket. This might be a fruitless effort, but this is why we play the games at the end of the day. Nice little slow burn on that Wiggler for the 14 from Kynayo. So Kynayo doing their thing and keeping up just fine, wouldn't you say, Beefin?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any stages out of whack. I mean, that 14 was really, really good, you know? Just staying calm, just staying in the moment, making sure that, you know, you're completing your chains and your combos well. Well, this is going to be a big one.
Yeah, going all the way up to a 7 chain to make sure Froggy's topped off. I think I need all of it.
Oh,
Man,
no,
needing
no,
all
no,
that,
no!
and it's still
No,
not
do that,
enough. I don't know
Frog.
what the window was there. Like what?
Oh.
Like where was Kynayo supposed to cut off that chain? Very unfortunate. Sometimes it can just be that diabolical. Sometimes the stages are just not going to be created equal. Very unfortunate part of playing this game. And again, Yoshi feels like they're manufacturing combos out of nothing. Like 8 and 9 combo, they're like making 8 and 9 combos that they probably shouldn't exist. And that is leading to some fairly fast stages, all things considered. Although the lead's just a full stage. Like when we get to the end of normal mode, Kamek can find the occasional chain, and that certainly has some potential for time to be wasted. And there's another one of those lots of stuff happening chains that some of the top players will try to do. Just Yoshi will just make a lot of stuff happen, and a lot of crazy results can happen as a result of it. Alright, Kynayo's done with Lungefish as Yoshi enters the cave. We'll see what the cave can do, if anything. I think Yoshi delayed that attack enough for the
Oh yeah.
garbage clearing. That
Oh
will
yes.
do just fine.
Yoshi also used the drop motion to also connect the other blocks to make a 6 combo, and that extremely good awareness from that.
Okay, that's a bit rude from Kynayo's Raphael finding a chain off the transformed garbage. Okay, Yoshi finding a 4 chain, finding an 8 combo on top of all that, needing all of that, and just absolutely no problem. No issues whatsoever throughout all of these stages. And just like that, we are one stage away from our defending champion punching the first ticket into the quarterfinals. And you know, Kamek does know how to chain, so it is certainly possible for some time to get wasted here. May not be a problem here, though. Maybe. And boom.
Got nothing.
And with that, I think that's within 30 seconds of the record. By the by. That officially clocks in at a 6:19. I'm just sitting here shaking my head. Because, like, how do you deal with that? I don't know that anyone knows how to deal with that. But Kynayo certainly dealt with Plant very well there. They're too little, too late, but Kynayo certainly gave a good effort. Sub 10 V hard, even with the death at the very end, was fairly impressive. But Kynayo will have to take it to the losers bracket and deal with Skell in the first round.
Oh yeah, Nicole mentioning Yoshi got a faster normal time than their easy in this match. You don't see that too often.
Indeed, that's a bit of a that's a bit of a rarity. What's not a rarity though is Kamek. Kamek, why are we doing this? Kamek's just able to find all of the stuff to waste the time. And there it is. There it is. Kynayo finishes with an 8:03. And with that, we shall say farewell to Kynayo from the winners bracket, and let's give our defending champion that well-earned star number 3 and the win. Definitely admired a fair bit of Kynayo's play today, Beefin, but that was a buzzsaw that ran through them today.
Yeah, I mean you can't deny that. That was a really rough matchup for Kynayo, any way you slice it. Having said that, I mean, being within 30 seconds of an easy time, you know, having a decently competitive normal time until, you know, the cave did cave-like things. That's big. That's going to be a big confidence boost going into the losers bracket.
Certainly will be. And to close things out, let's make this result official. 3-0. Yoschi112. Moving on to the winners quarterfinals to play BB Forky in the next round. And that's going to be Oops All Hard mode for that match. So we'll definitely see on average some higher caliber competition from the CPUs. But I don't know. I'm just sitting here looking at Cash Banuka here, wondering just what kind of competition the CPUs can really put up against someone like Yoshi. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yoshi did Yoshi things and put up Yoshi times, and if that's gonna be the way Yoshi comes to this tournament, watch out, everybody. It's certainly going to be a very tough out indeed. Bracket should be updated now. There is Yoshi advancing to the winner's top 8 portion. And there's Kynayo at the bottom, taking on Skill. It's Gremlin Pit versus Gremlin Pit at the bottom. Kind of sad for the pit that 2 of its members will be knocking themselves out in next week's action. Bit unfortunate, isn't it, Beefin?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, it just is what it is. And you know, everybody in the pit knows that it's not no love lost. It's like, you know, we're just here to be playing and have fun. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, just a fun time to be had all around, and we'll go with the pit to Yukisaka, our 8th seed. So they're going to now take on Tai, the 9 seed, and you know their open averages were fairly close to each other, so this match could go either way. So don't go too far away if you're watching live. We will bring you that next matchup right after this. You are watching League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025.